Hello, let's solve this beautiful equation together. Is this something you can do? Now, what do you do? Let me teach you mine. Now, to answer this question, there are a lot of ways you can solve it. One of the ways is that you are free to use each of these terms to divide each one of them. You can choose to use this or this or this. In this video, I'm going to choose 4. So to do that, we begin with our solution. So we have 4 to the power of x plus 10 to the power of x is 25 to the power of x. So what do? Let's divide. So I'm going to divide each one by 4 to the power of x. So you do same here. If you divide the number by itself, it gives you 1 plus. Now, how do you intend to divide this? Don't worry, just remember this rule. For every a to the power of m divided by b to the power of m is a over b raised to the power of m. So with this, you can apply it here. So it's going to give us 10 on 4 is raised to power x. Now you can also do same here. You have 25 on 4 is raised to power of x. What do you think you should do at this point? Now at this point, what we need to do is to simplify. So in that case, we are going to have 1 add. Now we can simplify this, knowing fully well that a number can divide 10 and 4. So we can choose to divide each by 2. Divide this by 2, it gives us 5. Divide this by 2, it gives us 2. So this is what we have is equal to. Here we cannot divide, but we know that these are perfect squares. So 25, is the same as 5 multiplied by itself. So we can have it as 5 squared, and 4 is 2 multiplied by itself, which is 2 squared. So we can rewrite that to give us 5 squared divided by 2 squared, and everything is raised to the power of x. Now, what do you do at this point? Just remember what we just stated. So if you do that, you are going to have 1 add 5 on 2 to the power of x. Now you can apply that here. So you have 5 on 2. They will have 1 power of 2 and is also raised to the power of x. Beautiful. So what do you do at this point next? Just remember this also, that for every a to the power of m raised to the power of n, let's bring it down. So we have every a to the power of m raised to power n. It's always a to the power of n multiplied by n, which is a to the power of n raised to the power of m. So these 3 are the same. In that case, we can apply it here. You can switch the powers. So if you do that, you have 1 plus 5 on 2 to the power of x. This is the same as 5 on 2 to the power of. So we're going to have x and then is raised to the power of 2. Did you observe anything at this point? You observe that this and this are the same. So at this point, you are free to replace with another variable just to help you to solve. So let's do that together. And if you're a returning viewer, I must say a very big thank you for choosing to learn through us. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video with others, and let's know your thoughts about it in the comment. Thank you, and let's keep solving. So this now gives us, we now say let 5 on 2 to the x power be equal to, let's use m. So we are going to have from here, we now have 1 plus m is equal to m squared. And in that case, it's going to give us, you see that this is leading to quadratic equation because the highest power of m is 2. So I want to move this to the right side. To do that, to remove this, you use the additive inverse, which is to subtract. You also subtract, and when you do that, this becomes 0. Here we have m squared minus m minus 1. So it means that m squared minus m minus 1 is 0. So let's solve this quadratically. So we now have m is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So in that case, we are going to have our a is the quotient of m squared, our b is the quotient of m, which is negative 1, and our c is the constant, which is negative 1 also. So we're going to now have m is negative of this plus or minus square root of -1 squared minus 4. Our A is 1 multiplied by -1 is divided by 2 times 1. So we now have m is 1 add square root of this will give us 1. If you multiply this, it gives us +4 and is divided by 2. Keep solving. So we now have m is 1 plus or minus, add this, it gives us √5 and is divided by 2. So we have m is 1 add √5 over 2. That's the first value of m. And the second value of m gives us 1 minus √5 divided by 2. So this gives us the second value of m. But you know our target is to find x. So let's go back to where we left the statement behind. So we recall we said 5 on 2 to the power of x is equal to m. Now at this point, we have to be very careful in selecting the m because we know that this base is a positive base and we are not supposed to have this m to be negative. M should not be equal to a negative value so that this equation will be satisfied. In that case, let's check the values of m. You see that when you simplify this one gives us positive, and when you simplify this, it's going to give you a negative result. So in that case, we don't need this value of m. So we're going to now have it that 5 on 2 to the power of x is equal to this m value. So we have 1 plus √5 divided by 2. And what do you do at this point? We can now express this in this part, in this base. So in that case, we need to take the log of both sides. So we have log of 5 on 2 to the power of x is equal to log of 1 plus √5 on 2. Now, what do you do at this point? Just quickly remember this. Let's write it for every log of a to the power of x, it's always x log a. So we're going to apply this on the left side. So if you do that, we are going to have x log 5 on 2 is equal to log of 1 add √5 divided by 2. So at this point, we need to clear this. So you divide both sides by log of 5 on 2 and also do same here. And if you do that, this takes off this. So we are going to have, so from here we now have x is equal to log of 1 plus √5 on 2 and is divided by log of 5 divided by 2. Now at this point, quickly remember that for every log of a divided by log of b, it's always log of a base b. So if you apply this here, you are going to now have x is equal to log of 1 plus √5 divided by 2. Then we now have 5 on 2 as the base. And this gives us the value of x. And I hope you learned something. Let's know how much. I'll also be curious to see your own method. If you're still new, hit that subscription button. Thank you for choosing to learn through us. I will see you in my next class. Bye.